This is a 1997 EGR equipped Ford Explorer intake manifold, and I want to put this on my Mercury when I do the HO conversion. So before I do that, I'm going to polish it up and make it look all nice so that when I pop the hood at car shows, people laugh at me a little bit less. I'm also going to be polishing the valve covers. I think these are pretty good looking manifolds, and I've always really liked the look of them when they're polished. Before I polish it, I'm also going to take the chance to clean it up a little bit, which means cutting off this bracket for the throttle cable on an Explorer, because this isn't used on a Mustang or a Cougar or a Thunderbird or anything like that. It also means that I get to grind down these kind of ugly seams and casting marks where you can see that there are, texture differences and bumps on the casting. I also have to get all this coating off here, but luckily it's flaking off by itself. So that should be easy. I will have to drill these two out because they sheared, and then I'll have to add holes here and here because I want to use the original 4-bolt intake plaque that came with my Cougar rather than one of these Explorer plaques. I just don't really like the look of these, especially on an 80s car. I just don't think they look right. I do, however, really like the look of this manifold. Those manifolds, the HOs and the non-HOs, feel a little bit blobby. To me, these feel so much more interesting to look at. They have a lot more structure. The staggered runners, they're kind of cool looking, I think this is a much nicer looking piece. Here's what the intake looks like with the first pass of 80 grit sandpaper on a drill. It's starting to get there. A little bit of shine, and some of the casting texture is working its way out. Got my highly advanced sanding station here. Doesn't wobble at all. Despite the makeshift table, these are coming out pretty nice. The process so far for both of these has been to start with 120 grit. Would have started lower if they'd had more casting texture, and then I've just taken them both up to 220. I'm almost done finishing this with the 220, and then I'll wet sand it with some 320, and then on to polishing.